ESPN LA Lakers Radio Network.
All gas, all Lakers.
The Grammy road trip keeps rolling, and now it hits one of the most iconic arenas in all of sports. Sunday at Madison Square Garden.
Bronny steals it. Here's Bronny on a breakaway. Here we go. Slam dunk.
The purple and gold battle the Knicks in the Big Apple.
Hey, Laker fans, don't just walk it off. Make the right call.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Now, lease a Hyundai Tucson for $269 a month or get 0.99% APR financing for 60 months. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end February 2nd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Lakers game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, so comforting and easy to share. Bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store, in the Asian and freezer aisles. BBGO for it, and bring something different to the table.
Your Lakers.
And now a steal by Jackson Hayes, and now he's got to run out.
Your season. Your home.
Slam dunk, he did a gypsy-do between his legs and dunked it.
Follow Jackson Hayes, the Lakers, and every thrilling moment of the Lake Show.
Michael, he was like he was in a dunk contest.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
On the home of the purple and gold.
ESPN LA.
That might be one of the best in-game dunks I've ever seen.
It's time for your first chance to react to tonight's Lakers game.
It's time for the Lakers postgame show tonight.
This is the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
Lakers Wizards is the final from D.C. Game 47 of the NBA season is in the books.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now.
And the Lakers get back on the winning side of the ledger. 142-111 win over the Wizards in D.C. The sixth game of an 8-game roadie, a long one, even by Grammy road trip standards. This one is long, and the Lakers really needed, even against a bad team like the Wizards, and make no mistake, they are bad. They're now 12-35. They were missing a few players who matter, including Ty Jones. They were missing guys. Let me restart this. The Wizards were missing guys. It's not a full-strength version of what is a bad team. But from the Lakers' perspective, it doesn't matter. They were coming off a really, really bad showing against the Cavaliers on Wednesday. They lost by 30. They needed to go out and perform at the level that is expected, no matter who the opponent is. You can keep it all in context, keep it all in perspective, but you needed to beat that opponent appropriately. This Wizards team that was missing, among other guys, Ty Johnson, Chris Middleton. They don't have Trae Young yet. He is yet. Excuse me, Trae Johnson, not Ty Johnson. Trae Johnson, Trae Young, Chris Middleton. You needed to beat them appropriately. 142-111 is an appropriate win. We saw a first half triple-double by Luka Doncic in 19 minutes. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists, plus 2 steals. He finished the game with 37 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists, plus 3 steals, plus 21 in this game. just completely controlling things from start to finish. DeAndre Ayton, a very good showing at a time when Ayton really needed it. 28 points, 12 of 14 from the field, 13 rebounds, 5 on the offensive glass, 3 blocks, and 3 assists plus a steal. You also had LeBron James with 20 points, 8 of 16 from the field, 6 assists, 2 steals, and this moment right here.
Here's Luka at the top of the key. Luka might get a triple-double in the first half. Throws the ball down low, DeAndre Ayton. Alley-oop LeBron, who dunks it with his offhand. His left hand high up the elevator. He's just staring at his hand as he runs back down the other end. What a nice pass by Ayton.
Call the game presented to you by the Call Jacob Injury Hotline, the only number LA trusts after an accident, 800-345-6789, 800-345-6789. And on one hand, this was a great dunk by LeBron. He did have to adjust a bit to throw down the lob from DeAndre Ayton. On the other hand, it is worth noting, and I'm not saying this to be a spoil sport or LeBron hater or whatever, just so people know, because I think maybe John had forgotten, LeBron is actually naturally left-handed. Like, he's ambidextrous as a player, but he's really, in a lot of ways, naturally left-handed.
He's left-handed, but he shoots with his right?
Right. He shoots with his right, but he writes with his left hand. Like, he does a fair amount of things left-handed, and he is like a true ambidextrous guy. So LeBron, the adjustment to make sure that he could get the ball to throw it down, to me at least, was more impressive than using the left hand, although I did appreciate the theatricality of LeBron staring at his left hand.
Like it was possessed.
Like it was possessed, like it was something that he can't do, even though we know LeBron can. He, like many Lakers, lived in the paint. Points in the paint presented all season long by Vista Paint for nearly 70 years. Vista Paint has delivered on color, coverage, service, built for the hustle and bustle of California. Vista Paint, contractor, trusted and always ready. The Lakers outscored the Wizards 66-50 in the paint. Like I said, it was a good showing across the board for a lot of Lakers tonight in terms of individual performances, in terms of collectively making sure they did not allow even the shred of hope for the Wizards to get back into this game. They maintained their focus well enough. You know, they screwed around a little bit in the third quarter, but never to a degree where Washington even had any hopes of getting back in. It was more just about having fun. And again, a lot of this was led by Luka Doncic, 37 points, 13 of 21 from the field, 6 of 13 from behind the arc, went to the line 7 times, made 5 of them, 11 rebounds, 13 assists, 3 steals. He spoke with Mike Trudell and Spectrum Sportsnet after the game.
All right, thank you, Billy. So, Luka, looked like you guys were having some fun down the stretch there. You had Maxi Kleber with a couple highlights. You had Bronny with a big highlight after his dad dunked. You probably won't see that too often. What were you enjoying the most as you watched the other guys who don't get to play a ton at the end there?
It's always good when they get a chance to play. Everybody play hard. You know, obviously it's the end of the game, but, you know, those guys, they get built on that, so props to them.
Well, part of the reason was because you guys played so well early. You have the first half triple-double. How did you find that kind of rhythm so early tonight?
Just playing basketball, just playing my game, whatever the defense give me, so just trying to get back into the rhythm.
Well, it was all working, right? Some of it was in screen roll, getting Ayton at the rim. Some of it was stepping back for your jumpers, getting to the free throw line. As you're reading the defense, Luka, just take us through that a little bit. What signs are you seeing when you can manipulate it in different ways as a scorer and a passer?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, it's a little bit like chess to me. Just trying to read the defense. You know, sometimes they're in a blitz to start a game, then they switch to fire. So it's just trying to read the defense, you know, share the ball. And I think we did a great job today.
JJ and I were trying to decide if you intentionally banked it in. I think we both decided probably the one that you're right in front of the bench. That was an intentional bank, right?
Of course it was intentional.
Just making sure.
What did JJ say?
Well, he said, look, sometimes Luka can get a little bored when, you know, just if the scoring is coming that easily. So he thought that you probably did bank it on purpose.
Oh, yeah. I definitely did.
Figured. All right. Thank you, Luka.
Thank you.
And again, that was Luka Doncic speaking with Mike Trudell after tonight's 142-111 win by the Lakers. over the Wizards. Again, Luka with a 37-point, 11-rebound, 13-assist triple-double. But it wasn't just a triple-double by Luka, which at this point we are spoiled enough to expect in similar ways to LeBron having a triple-double. In a lot of ways, you become spoiled enough to expect. Russell Westbrook in his prime, Kobe, Magic, like the great players. Luka Doncic managed, though, to do this triple-double in the first half. In 19 first-half minutes, Luka already had 26 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. He is one of just 6 players who has had a first-half triple-double. Luka, by the way, has now done it twice. The first one was in December of 2023, and the second one was tonight. The other 2 guys who have done it twice, Nikola Jokic, Russell Westbrook, Domantas Sabonis has done it once, Jalen Johnson has done it once, Kevin Johnson has done it once. I saw a stat, I could not verify it, but it said that Luka is the second quickest guard to have done it. Russell Westbrook had the quickest guard to do it in the first half. Luka was the second quickest guard. And it's funny, too, because you could, if you wanted to, manipulate that to make Luka the first forward or the quickest forward. Like, Luka is so positionless, other than center, you pretty much could call him whatever you want. But either way, it was just masterful control.
Doing a deeper dive on that stat, I saw that Jokic did his triple-double in the first half in only 19 minutes.
Well, that's the same amount that Luka did it tonight.
But his was quicker than Luka's.
Slightly quicker?
Slightly quicker.
I mean, Jokic is truly one-of-one, man. Like, he is a one-of-one type player that we have never seen before and quite possibly will never see again. And Luka is a really special player as well. 213-799-0139. 213-799-0139 if you want to weigh in on anything with tonight's 142-111 win by the Lakers over the Wizards in D.C. They pushed their road trip record. It's an 8-game road trip. They are now 4-2 on this road trip. They redeemed themselves, at least to some degree, after the 30-point debacle, the loss in Cleveland, 129-99, which the Lakers had, I think, a lot of extenuating circumstances in that game. I think LeBron's emotional reaction to the first quarter tribute video, and I think just sort of the return to Cleveland of it all, I think affected him in ways that he was not expecting, that took him by surprise. He was drying his eyes a bit while on the bench as the video played, and then as he was on the court waiting for the action to resume. And it was also thrown off by Luka getting hurt during the game, falling off the court. There's no other way to put it. This stupid elevated
Why do they
court.
have that thing?
Because it's Cleveland, man. Like, it's Cleveland sports, all right? Just take a look at their quarterback since Bronny James. Like,
didn't their lake get on fire or something like that?
Yeah, they had a lake that went on fire. Like, other than LeBron, and I guess like the early Jim Brown with like the Browns and like a few good years of Bronny James and like some scattered then Indians, now Guardians seasons, like they don't do anything right with sports in Cleveland. Like, they just don't. And I'm not saying that changing the court to a normal court that isn't an injury risk every time you step on it would help get more free agents to Cleveland. I'm just saying it wouldn't hurt. If you're a team, if you're a city like Cleveland, and you already struggle enough to get A-list guys there, don't force them to play 41 times a year on a court that puts them in danger.
The NCAA championship court.
Yeah, like I don't know everything about running an NBA team or a professional sports franchise. I'm just saying don't do that. Like, that seems like a bad way to get teams to a market that struggles to bring in people anyway. 213-799-0139. 213-799-0139. If you want to weigh in, we will hear from JJ Redick coming up. We will hear from LeBron James coming up. This is the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
Chris Canty's the Super Bowl champion, too.
I know Canty. Big fella.
I think he's got 2 rings, right? But you only have 1.
I thought it was 1.
I think he has 2 with the Giants.
Let me check that. But go ahead.
So
One-time Super Bowl champion.
One time.
Yeah. Just 1.
I got more sacks than him, though.
Really?
Yeah.
How many do you have in your career, DeMarco?
36 and a half.
Oh, you got him by a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what position did Canty play?
Defensive end.
Yeah.
What say you now?
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
There's never been a better time to find the Toyota that's just right for you at Toyota.com. You can explore our full lineup of vehicles, compare features side by side, search our available inventory, see our latest offers, find a dealer. You can even build, price, and accessorize your Toyota right online. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
And straight to the championship with a brand new truck from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. Lease a brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $84 a month for 36 months plus tax, only from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. You got a trade-in? Your ride could be worth more than you think. So get in the game with Northridge and Wonders Toyota. They make it easy.
Tacoma model 7162G, VIN number 3TYJDAHN1 ST037657. Base excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, dealer options, and charges. $59.95 due at signing. $84 per month. Offer expires 1/31/2026.
All gas, all Lakers.
The Grammy road trip keeps rolling, and now it hits one of the most iconic arenas in all of sports. Sunday at Madison Square Garden.
Bronny steals it. Here's Bronny on a breakaway. Here we go. Slam dunk.
The purple and gold battle the Knicks in the Big Apple.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
On 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
877-710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
Lakers postgame show, 710 ESPN. Andy Kamenetsky in for Beto Duran. And the Lakers are now 4-2 on this 8-game road trip. They beat the very bad. I think they might have some potential moving forward, but for the time being, very bad. Washington Wizards, 142-111. A nice bounce back, an appropriate bounce back after losing by 30 to the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Game, like I talked about before, with a lot of extenuating circumstance and stuff like that. But ultimately, you needed to beat the opponent that was next in front of you in the most appropriate way possible. And 142-111 qualifies as appropriate. I would say 31-point win. That is an appropriate way to bounce back from a 30-point loss. It was led by this man right here.
All right, this will be Luka's last chance to get a rebound here. Let's see if he can do it. If he does, he gets a triple-double in the first half. My guess is that has never happened in Laker history. We'll look it up if it happens here. Carrington dribbling at the top of the key. To Kaishan George on the right side. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Luka, there it is. A triple-double in one half. And now he throws it away. Bub Carrington's got it. Carrington for three at the buzzer, no good. And it's halftime. The Lakers by 29, 77-48. Luka at halftime has a triple-double. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists.
And Luka Doncic finished the game with even more stats, 37 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists, 3 steals. He was 13 of 21 from the field, hit 6 threes on 13 tries, got to the line 7 times, made 5 of them, had a triple-double at the first half. That is obviously good enough to make him the player of the game, driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. It's the Here and Now sales event. ticking. Don't wait to grab a great deal on a new Toyota. We make it easy. JJ Redick spoke about tonight's 142-111 win over the Wizards. Here's what he had to say.
JJ, in that first half, you saw just the ball popping around and all that kind of the energy that brings you. Where did you see that start, and how did that sustain tonight?
I think it started just with the willingness to make the extra pass. I told you at halftime, I thought the way Luka started the game was the perfect type of aggression, which was, I'm gonna hunt and try to create advantages, and he was very decisive with that. And there was a downflow that happened because of that. They started blitzing. They put 2 on the ball, and throughout that half, really throughout the game, I thought we just did a great job of making the extra pass. 38 assists, 23 in the first half. Outside of the last 3 minutes of the third quarter, which was an abomination to all that is sacred to the basketball gods, we played 45 minutes of really, really good basketball and really unselfish team basketball.
Is a first half triple-double just sort of self-explanatory in a guy's skill set?
I mean, it's remarkable. This is the second time it's happened in his career, and I think he just came out again with the right mentality, the right mindset, and I do want to just reiterate just how decisive he was in everything he did, and really just bent the defense, and obviously to get the defensive rebounds and get a triple-double is fantastic.
Not too long ago, Ayton was speaking about his touches, and you said that as a team, as a staff, we have to make sure we get him looks early. That was the case today, and he ends up with one of his better games of the year. Yeah. How have you seen that work? I don't know if it's a motivating factor or if it's an activation type of factor, but how has that been part of his success on nights like tonight?
Thought we did a good job, whether it was out of pick and roll in the blitz, getting him the ball at the front of the rim. We also did a really nice job when he did have a mismatch down there of finding him on some early seals, and then when we were able to beat our guy off the dribble or create an advantage out of a screen when he was in that dunker, we did a nice job of finding him. So again, I think he can get 14 shots without a play called for him, and we're trying to create advantages to then allow him to get those shots at the rim or get those shots right at that 8 foot, 6 to 8 feet. His touch shot is unbelievable. So just a great job from him tonight. And 5 offensive rebounds, 13 overall rebounds, 3 block shots, a steal. Just his activity level for the full game was awesome.
And again, that was JJ Redick after tonight's 142-111 win by the Lakers over the Wizards. And I think the points that he was making about DeAndre Ayton are really key. Like, they need the version of DeAndre Ayton that the Lakers had for the first month and change of this season. The last 15-ish games, one, say, 25-point, 10 for 10 from the field, double-digit rebound game against Toronto notwithstanding, or the occasional good quarter, good half. It has not been a good stretch for DeAndre Ayton. And a game like tonight, 28 points, 13 rebounds, 5 on the offensive glass, 3 assists, 3 blocks. That doesn't mean, given both the opponent and the small sample size, that DeAndre Ayton has everything figured out. Like, you need to see more. You need to see against better competition. You need to see it against just a longer string of games. Like, they just need to see it more from Ayton, but it has to start somewhere. And it felt like both Luka and LeBron were consciously looking to get Ayton involved early. Maybe just recognizing this is a game we should win anyway, no matter how we approach it. So maybe we look for the game within the game, and we start looking to involve Ayton a lot and to try to just bring him back to where he was earlier in the season. Felt like the Lakers really needed it. 213-799-0139 if you want to weigh in. Let's start with Mitch in New Jersey. You're on the Lakers postgame show. What's up, Mitch?
What's happening, AK?
Hey.
Funchy. First on Cleveland, it wasn't for some guy named John Elway, they would have gone to those 2 Super Bowls, at least got into the Super Bowl. And Al LaBelle and Joe Carl are Hall of Famers. I think they should be, but I know.
So you're talking
It's
about
funny how they all
the
curse.
Browns of the past.
The Cleveland.
Got it.
The Browns of the past, the whole Cleveland city, that's from the 60s. Since Jim Brown, since he left to become a movie star, he was.
Yeah, he was,
things have
man.
gone pretty much. Yeah, great. We should have this all the time, but this is too easy to get. They're more like the Washington Generals. I know they had injuries, but I think we sort of would have won, even they were completely healthy, I think, because all that tanking, that just proves that tanking every year, it doesn't get you anywhere. But anyway, one question. Two, I'm glad DeAndre had a good game. Let's see him do it against a real center. Excuse me. This is the first father-son duo to have a dunk in a game. Because this is the first father and son to ever play together in the NBA at the same time, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be the first father and son to do blank. Like, whatever you bring up, they will be the first father and son to do it blank in, like, the same game, same team, same season. Like,
that's what I thought.
Period.
I don't think Vince Carter had it. He played 20 years, and I don't think he had any.
Well, more importantly, Vince Carter doesn't have a child
playing.
who ever played in the NBA. So there you have it.
That's true. You had to be. You had to be
Right,
in it.
and like, you know.
Oh, one more thing.
Go ahead.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You see, Amari Bailey is petitioning to get back into college. He'd be a senior now. You think maybe Bronny will be a senior or a junior at USC, and he should have stayed? I think USC will have won something, or at least on better than touring. You think Bronny could go back to college ball?
Appreciate the call there.
Players
Appreciate the call there, Mitch. I don't think Bronny's going to go back to college.
Yeah, I read about this guy today, Amari Bailey, who played 10 games in the NBA, and he's trying to petition to go back to college.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, that petition won't be upheld. Like, it's one thing to have played, you know, in some professional setting, either overseas and then go to college or something. I don't know if you can go back and forth.
Well, I think the precedent is the NIL deals. That's the thing. Right?
Yeah, but I think even then, though, with the NIL deals, there still may be layers to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I genuinely don't know. Regardless, I don't think Bronny is going to go back to college to play ball. As far as the question of whether or not I think Bronny should have stayed in school, I mean, in all honesty, I think had it not been this very specific situation of Bronny being LeBron's son and LeBron wanting to play with his son and the particulars of the Lakers drafting him to make LeBron happy. I mean, regardless of whatever they see in Bronny, there's no talking around the fact that they did this as a way of making LeBron happy. I said then and I said now, I don't think this was the best way for Bronny to approach becoming a pro. If that, you know, as far as his own development, had he not been LeBron's son, I think under any other circumstances, unless there were dire financial circumstances involved, and even then you can make NIL money, a guy who played half a season at USC that was marred by a heart scare that thankfully Bronny seems past. I mean, that's the most important thing. That's not the type of one and done that typically goes to the NBA. Like, it would not be advisable. I think maybe it would have been better for Bronny just to take an extra year or two at SC, particularly since, again, finances are not the issue, develop a bit more. You know, you can make an argument that being in the professional atmosphere could help Bronny more, help his development more. But I don't think he was ready. And when you take into account the obstacles he's going to be dealing with at his size, I think being ready would have helped him more. But look, I'm rooting for him. Every time I've ever spoken with Bronny, everything anyone's ever told me about him, the way he presents himself, he's a good kid. He's a hard worker. He does not seem like somebody who's looking to take advantage of everything he can get from being LeBron's son. Seems like somebody who's just trying to do the right things. So I'm rooting for him. I have always, and I've openly questioned whether or not I think this is the best thing for Bronny. But, you know, at this point, it is what it is. And hopefully he finds an opportunity to get more minutes. Frankly, the Lakers, when they get back home, will have more of an ability to play him in the G. And he really could use more reps with South Bay. Like, he's not really helping himself just being the 12th man on the big club's bench. All right, coming up, we will hear from LeBron James, maybe DeAndre Ayton afterwards. Also, get into more of your calls. 213-799-0139. Chuck and Tarzana, I see you. Hang in there. You are coming up next. This is the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
It's like, thank God he's alive. And then other times, like, God, I wish he died. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, it's just an emotion.
Where Cap looks back at the highs and lows of 2025 and everything in between.
I would say I'm going to give 2025 a very solid 8.5. George mentions that we did start the show in the morning. That's a good thing. Health is wealth. Thank goodness. My folks are okay. Kids are all good. Morales came back to life, so that's kind of a good thing right there. I mean,
what do you mean,
sometimes,
kind
of? Well, I'm saying kind of, not all the time. I mean, sometimes it's good, and it's like, God, thank God he's alive. And then other times, it's like, God, I wish he died. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, it's just an emotion. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say that 2025, for me, I'm giving it an 8.5.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles, the ESPN LA app, and streaming live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, it's a new year, new benefits, and if you're wondering how to actually get the most out of your new benefits, it's VisionWorks in Orange County. It's Cappy, and I know you've been putting off your annual eye exam. I got you covered, VisionWorks. And right now, VisionWorks is offering a BOGO on glasses. So you can use that tax return for something you actually need and walk out with 2 new pairs. Quick scheduling, great doctors, and tons of frames to choose from. No stress, no pressure, just better vision to start the year. So do your eyes a favor. Head to one of the 7 VisionWorks in Orange County and see the difference.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
All gas, all Lakers.
The Grammy road trip keeps rolling, and now it hits one of the most iconic arenas in all of sports. Sunday at Madison Square Garden.
Bronny steals it. Here's Bronny on a breakaway. Here we go. Slam dunk.
The purple and gold battle the Knicks in the
is the Lakers postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
On 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
877-710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
Lakers postgame show. Andy Kamenetsky in for Beto Duran. The Lakers beat the Wizards in D.C. 142-111. Now 4-2 on this 8-game road trip. They will be taking on the Knicks on Sunday, and that is a big game. The Knicks are on a 5-game winning streak themselves. They just beat the snot out of the Portland Trailblazers, 127-97. They got a lot of guys on that team who are in trade rumors connected to the Giannis drama, and I get a sense that all of them would like to stay Knicks or at the very least not become Bucks. So I'm sure they are all playing their asses off in the hopes of, keeping themselves together or at the very least not being the one who gets traded. So that is going to be a real challenge for the Lakers this Sunday. That game, by the way, can be heard right here on 710 ESPN, 4 o'clock tip. 2:30 pregame with Beto Duran, and Beto will have the postgame. All games can be heard right here on 710 ESPN. Fantasy Springs Resort Casino has leveled up with an all-new rewards club, giving you more of what you want, and it might be your lucky day because tonight, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving you a 2-night stay plus dinner and golf or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at FantasySpringsResort.com. Going to hear from LeBron James in just a sec, but Chuck in Tarzana, you're on the Lakers postgame show. What's up, Chuck?
Hey, how's it going there?
Good.
You know, I'm a regular caller to Beto, and I've actually been a Laker fan since 1969, and I started going to games when I was 6 years old. I don't remember the 1969 final when the Lakers lost to the Celtics in Game 7 at the Forum, but I do remember the Willis Reed game in 1970, and that was very disappointing my first year, but exciting at the same time, following a team that made it all the way to Game 7 of the NBA Finals. And I got to tell you, it was more exciting back then than it is now. This three-point shooting, this half-court game, I mean, I told this to Beto. I like running. I think running is exciting. I think speed kills. My favorite teams are the Lakers Showtime teams where they just ran guys right off the court.
I hear you. I mean, if that's your preference, I appreciate the call, Chuck. Everyone is entitled to enjoy the era that they like most. And for what it is worth, this era is a very fast-paced era. Like, pace is not an issue. Teams play really fast in this era. It's different than the up and down of Showtime because the rim was always the goal. Even in the analytics era, the rim is actually the goal. Like, layups and dunks are considered valuable shots, but you do look a lot for three-pointers. You'll see a lot of fast breaks to set up threes. I recognize if you are somebody of Chuck's age, somebody of Chuck's generation era, you may not like this as much, and I'm not here to argue. Like, I'm not here to argue about aesthetics. I also can't argue about basketball in 1969. I was not alive. I was not born. So it's pointless. Hopefully, Chuck can enjoy this Lakers team in the Luka era and whatever comes afterwards. But this is the way basketball is going to be for the foreseeable future. LeBron James spoke after tonight's 142-111 win over the Wizards, featuring a 37-point triple-double, which was secured in the first half by Luka Doncic. Here's what LeBron had to say.
LeBron, after the good start, kind of collectively, just a number of highlight plays. Obviously, the crowd gets going. With all of your dunks, I assume that you like Bronny's more?
Oh, for sure. I gave him a lot of on the block one, though. He supposed to punch that one for sure. But for sure, I will always get extra hype and more, get everything out of it, for my kids' success, all three of them.
It must be tough to, put that in proper perspective while you're in game mode, like while you're playing well, while you're doing what you did tonight on the court. But does that, can you describe kind of the feeling of seeing that when you're sitting courtside?
Yeah, I mean, the kid's been putting in a lot of work over the last couple of years being a pro, and when he gets an opportunity, he's just trying to make the most of it, in the short spurts that he gets. So just super proud that he goes out there and be a professional with the rest of the guys that's on the floor, and was able to, get a dunk to go, a couple free throws. It was pretty cool.
Is a first half triple double kind of sort of self-explanatory in just in what it shows like for Luka in a game like this?
Yeah, he's beyond special.
You have Bronny number one, but if you could rank 2 through 4, the lob from Ayton, the lob from Smart, and the off the dribble on Sarr.
I don't know. I'll let my LeBron faithful fan group rate him. I love those guys.
JJ joked that the league's going to call you and try to get you in the dunk contest after tonight.
No chance.
LeBron, you've gotten a couple looks now at the Wizards' young guys like Keyshawn and Alex. I'm just curious what you think about their games and what you think their potential could be.
I think the NBA is all about growth, opportunity, and confidence. And you get the confidence from your coaches and your teammates. You get the growth from just playing, best teacher in life is experience. So you get the experience, and then confidence is to go out there and just keep performing, playing at a level that you want to hold yourself, to. So, the talent, this is the NBA. Everyone has talent. So this is, how you use it.
When you get this out of DeAndre, how important, how much does that make this team better when he plays that way?
Listen, it's our job to, to feed him, feed the beast, and and tonight he was very active. But he was, he converted, the majority of, let's say, what is he? He's 12 for 14, converted, everything in the paint pretty much. He started off with, good energy, was dunking a lot too. That's great for us, and rebounding. And when he's rebounding, it gives us an opportunity to get out and play fast. So he's been key for our wins for sure.
And that was LeBron James speaking after tonight's 142-111 win over the Wizards. 20 points for LeBron tonight, 8 of 16 from the field. It's funny, he actually smoked a couple layups in this game, like ones that I think we would expect, LeBron would expect himself to make, but he threw down some serious dunks in this game. He had a drive against Alex Sarr that he got a dunk over him. He had that left-handed dunk off a very DeAndre Ayton lob. I can't decide who I'd rather have throw a lob less between DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart. Like, I think Ayton's are going to be less wild, just more off target. Marcus Smart's, you have a higher chance of the lob working out, but you also have a higher chance of it being way out of control. Like, I on Twitter, at Cam Brothers, I compared Marcus Smart's lobs to a David Lynch film. Like, they're the basketball equivalent of a David Lynch film. They're bizarre. They're capable of putting an audience on edge. They're not to everybody's taste, but as a viewer, you cannot look away from his lobs. You cannot avert your eyes from Marcus Smart.
Didn't David Lynch do Dune?
Dune.
The original?
Yes, he did do the original Dune.
That was a weird movie.
It was not one of his best. I like David Lynch. He's done some good, weird movies. Dune was not one of them. Elizabeth in Exeter. You're on the Lakers postgame show. Where is Exeter, by the way?
Exeter is kind of like, it's between Tulare and Fresno, like in the middle between.
Okay, cool. Awesome. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about the Lakers game, and I know the trade deadline is coming up. Do you think the Lakers need Giannis, or do you think they should go after more bigs to help with their defense?
Well, I appreciate the call, Elizabeth. I mean, they need Giannis in the sense that every team needs Giannis, but they're not going to be in a position to get Giannis, particularly at the deadline. Like, in the offseason, they will have access to 3 first-round picks around the draft, where if they wanted to make a draft day deal for Giannis, I still don't think they're going to be in the best position to give Milwaukee the best package, in part because outside of the picks, the best player they can likely offer the Bucks is Milwaukee. That they can offer the Bucks is Austin Reeves, and Austin Reeves is a walk-away free agent, and you have to either trade for Austin and get some type of blood oath from him that he's going to stay, or get him to agree to a sign-and-trade deal. I don't picture that happening. So to sort of answer a different version of Elizabeth's question, I hope that the Lakers don't sit on their hands waiting for the Giannis thing to finish up, like in the 5%, 3% or lower, in my opinion, chance that they will get him. I would rather them not just make moves, but start building next season's team now. That's the thing I want them to do. I'm not looking for them to go all in on this season. I think they can be a playoff team. I don't think they're a championship team. I think they're too many moves away from being a championship team. But if they have opportunities to start putting pieces that they like around Luka past this season, that is what I think that should be the goal. And they should not allow the hopes of Giannis to interfere from doing that. Solomon in Lake Balboa, you're on the Lakers postgame show. What's up, Solomon? Solomon, you there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, okay, good. I want to sort of follow up on what you've been saying. What do the Lakers really need, and what are they willing to give up? And traditionally, they do wait till the off season. They're not big on the trade deadline, so we're going to see what's going to happen. And just real quick about tonight's game, I'm so glad that they came back and took care of business, because it's not that hard to fall into a funk after that loss at Cleveland and lose the next game as well. So I was happy to see that.
Yeah, I appreciate the call there, Solomon. And I thought the Lakers, they messed around a little bit, maybe had a little bit too much fun for maybe 4 minutes or so in the third quarter. But for the most part, I thought they did a really good job of keeping their foot on the gas, like maybe not stepped all the way down to the metal, but well enough that the Wizards were never even sort of within a chance of making a game of this.
You know the expression, keeping it 100?
Yeah.
The Lakers kept it like at 90 today.
You know what? I'll say they kept it at 80 in the
Okay,
second
there you
half.
go.
They kept it at 80. But you know what? If you're going to 80 on the freeway,
Going fast.
Chance of get a ticket.
Yeah.
Like there's a chance you will get pulled over if you're going 80, even 75, depending if you don't signal with a lane change. Like they kept their foot down enough. Luka, and this was something I talked about in the game broadcast before the fourth quarter. Their goal should have been Luka Doncic, who rarely, if ever, starts the top of fourth quarters, should not play in the fourth quarter at all. He didn't. So mission accomplished.
I got a
along
crazy
those
stat
lines.
for you, though.
Sure.
Crazy stat. Not a single player who logged minutes for the Wizards today was alive when LeBron James made his NBA debut in 2003.
Damn.
Right?
I mean, my brother, Brian, texted me during the game, and he's like, there's so much hair on this Wizards
Oh, yeah,
team.
I know.
But I was like, you know what?
So many different hairstyles,
It's
too.
because they're all young. They're all young.
Yes.
The only guy that's not young right now is Chris Middleton.
One of them had like a DJ Quick, like perm.
Yeah, but
Bub Carrington, I think.
The only guy on this team who is not young is Chris Middleton, who is both injured and balding. And he was not playing in this game. Everybody else is young with hair that makes me totally jealous. Very
jealous of their age, too. Yeah.
I'm jealous of all of it. Jealous of the bank accounts. I'm just jealous. DeAndre Ayton, who has pretty good hair himself, if unusual hair, but it's still very full. He spoke about this game on Sunday against the Knicks and what it means.
Yeah, I like how we're playing together, bringing that energy where we're focused on the defensive end to bring, our offense. Our offense will come. Our offense is, we got Luka and LeBron. It's going to come, but, just us putting that extra effort on the defensive end is really, having us in the flow where we don't have to do too much on the offensive end. We run down, rebound the ball, close out these possessions, and, let Luka and LeBron do their thing.
And part of letting Luka and LeBron do their thing was setting up DeAndre Ayton in this game. 28 points, 12 of 14 from the field, 13 rebounds, 5 on the offensive glass. He had 3 assists. He had 3 blocks. It was a game that they really needed for DeAndre Ayton, from DeAndre Ayton. I think that Ayton needed for himself. And hopefully he can carry it into this game on Sunday versus the Knicks, because the Knicks are playing really well. They're on a 5-game winning streak. They beat the Blazers tonight in the Garden by 30. And the Lakers are going to need to bring it on both ends, and with physicality and with energy. They're going to beat the Knicks. One guy who will be key with bringing physicality and energy is Jared Vanderbilt. He spoke after the win.
A lot of highlights tonight. Was there a favorites for you out of the whole bunch?
It was a lot. I mean, probably the alley-oop from D.A. to Bron. I thought there was no chance he was about to get that. But as you can see, he make the impossible possible.
That combined with the Bronny's dunk later, you probably won't see too many kind of father-son dunks like that in one game.
Nah, it was dope. I mean, to see Bronny get up, Maxey, Jackson, it was a lot of highlights tonight, and I know that was a special moment for him probably too, just to, to see that and experience that. So it was dope.
What did you see from Luka that first half triple-double?
I mean, just greatness, honestly. It's just amazing to be able to watch that. First half triple-doubles. How many times have been done? I'm not sure.
Not that many. He had done it once in Dallas, I think, with that. But yeah, very, very rare.
It's probably the first one I've witnessed, so that was dope for him to get us started. He set the tone for the game, and we kind of just followed up suit.
Yeah. We're now 4-2 in your last 6 games, all on the road. What's it feel like building right now with this group?
It feels good. I mean, for us to bounce back, have a game like last game, is everybody come back and reconnect and pretty much watch that game and try to finish the road trip the right way. So, we responded well tonight.
You guys played well at Madison Square Garden last year. Obviously, right after the game is when the AD, Max, the trade goes on. You get Luka, but it's a building that you played well, and their team is similar to last year. What do you think is key, kind of going into that matchup with Brunson and Towns and Anunoby and Bridges and everybody?
It's going to be a big matchup. I know they're going to bring their game. It's the Garden. It's always a special game there. So, they long, they physical. They play aggressive as well. So we got to be ready and, set the tone like we did tonight.
And to Vando's point, the next game for the Lakers is going to be on Sunday, our next broadcast. The Lakers traveling to the city that never sleeps, the Big Apple, to face the New York Knicks, the 7th game of the Grammy Roadie. Local coverage begins right here at 2:30 with Beto Duran back, and the tip-off set for 4. Thank you to everybody who was listening tonight, calling in, and watching on YouTube as well. This has been the Lakers postgame show. I'm Andy Kamenetsky, 710 ESPN.
Lakers-Wizards is the final from D.C. Game 47 of the NBA season is in the books.